Boinne, most famous for their spectacular prehistoric passage tombs, which were built in 3200 BC. I visited the most famous of the three, Newgrange, encircled with spiral engraved curbstones and white Wicklow quartz. Make sure to reserve your time spot in advance so you're able to explore inside. If you come during winter solstice, you're in for a real surprise. The sun lights up the passageway perfectly. Next on my road trip, I stopped at Tara. It is best known as being Ireland's ancient seat of power. It was from this hill that 142 kings oversaw their kingdom. This was no ordinary kingship. It didn't follow a family lineage. The King of Ireland was chosen by the Stone of Destiny. It is said to let out a great roar when touched by the rightful King of Tara. St. Patrick was also led here on his mission to bring Christianity to Ireland. Bective Abbey was not on my itinerary. I actually came across it quite by accident, but it was definitely worth it. It is a Cistercian abbey on the River Boyne. The abbey was founded in 1147. Today, the ruins provide a maze of passageways with dead ends and interrupted staircases. It's so beautiful you may have seen it in Braveheart and other movies. While some know about Trim Castle because of the movie Braveheart, others know it as one of the most beautiful castles in Ireland. Construction on Trim Castle began in 1174, and today it's Ireland's largest Anglo-Norman fortification, built by Hugh de Lacy and his successors. This 3-story, massive 20-sided tower, which is cruciform in shape, was all but impregnable in its days. It was protected by a ditch, curtain wall, and a water-filled moat. It was often called King John's Castle, although when he visited, he preferred to stay in his tent on the other side of the river. Birr Castle is probably one of the best castles in Ireland. The 7th Earl of Ross still lives there, so the residence is not always open to the public, but the gardens and grounds are full of beautiful and historic sights. I finished the first day of my road trip at the Dromoland Castle. I was so excited. I've never slept in a castle before. Dromoland has an extensive history. In the early 11th century, it was home to Donogh O'Brien, son of the most famous High King, Brian Boru. For the next 900 years, the O'Briens lived and ruled from Dromoland Castle. Now one of the greatest hotels in Europe. Keep watching for more of my Irish road trip.